Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Thomas, and I'm so excited to be joining you guys tonight. So, as I shared, I will be doing a Instagram live video every day this week at 7 p.m. This week, I am dealing with self-worth. So, this is an opportunity for me just to chat with you guys and talk about self-worth and what it means and how important and significant it is in your own personal life. So before we even dive in, I just want to touch base with you guys on a couple things. So if you have not gotten the chance to get our self-worth workbook from She's Worthy, you can click the link in my bio, Jasmine L. Thomas 1922. This is on Instagram. You can click the link in my bio and it'll take you to a free self-worth workbook. Definitely join and get that. Like, it is awesome. It is changing women worldwide. I'm so passionate about this, and so many women have been able to gain so much from this, and I want every woman to gain it. And even if you're a guy, if you're tuning in, like, self-worth is just as important to you. If you want to check out the information, you are more than welcome to as well. So I do want to announce too that I also do Facebook Lives on Wednesdays at 6:30 a.m. CST, and I talk about faith, I talk about business, like all sorts of things. So definitely feel free to join me on that. You can add me on Facebook. Jasmine L. Thomas is my name on Facebook. I also just wanted to share that this is going to be completely awesome, especially once you download the workbook. You get to do some self-discovery questions yourself. So if you have any questions about self-worth while I'm doing this all throughout the week, please comment below with your questions because I want to help you as much as possible. So please feel free to use this. If you know someone who may have wanted to tune in but they couldn't get it on the the Instagram live, please have them go to my YouTube channel. You can just type it in on YouTube. You can type in Jasmine L. Thomas or Jasmine Thomas and Self-Worth. I am going to upload these videos, so please definitely go check it out and go subscribe. I have tons of videos on there that could definitely help you guys in whatever you're going through, like for any season. So here we go. We're going to dive into self-worth. Again, make sure you go get that workbook. But tonight we're talking about foundations and we're talking about standards. So let's deal with foundation. I know some of you guys that are tuning in, you may or may not know, but I am a woman of God, and everything that I talk about or I speak on, you know, I've dealt with my own personal life in a spiritual walk, and I believe that it is exactly what is necessary for me to be successful. And a lot of things that people talk about in the business world, in the mindset world, like, honestly, it all comes from the Word of God. It's just applied in a more practical manner. So I'm going to try to break it down, give you the Word, and give you some practicality. Hello, here we go. So, in being on your foundation, you have to think about, are you a solid rock? That's what I'm looking at. Are you a solid rock? When tests and trials come your way, how do you handle them? How do you endure? So if you want to just note this down, I'm going to be coming from on dealing with foundation from Luke chapter 6, verses 46 through 49. And it says, "So why do you keep calling me, Lord, Lord, when you don't when you don't do what I say? I will show you what it's like when someone comes to me, listen to my teaching, and then follows it. It is like a person building a house who digs deep and lays the foundation on solid rock. When the flood waters rise and break against that house, it stands firm because it is well built. But anyone who hears and doesn't obey is like a person who builds a house right on the ground without a foundation. When the floods sweep down against that house, it will collapse in a heap of ruins." So basically what that's saying is that it's so important and so essential for you to have a solid foundation. And your foundation can be found in the Lord. And that's what self-worth is all about. Building your self-worth in the Lord. And I want to go through a couple things, especially for women. So let's talk about whenever you have a problem, like, who do you go to? I know sometimes it's easy. It's like, oh, let me call my girlfriend and tell her, like, what's going on. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or that you can't, like, ask for help or things like that. But you want to make sure that you are going to God, who is your source, who is your strength. That's who you need to really go to every time. And even when you're frustrated and you clearly might want to gossip about something, no, take it straight to the Lord. It is hard. It is challenging because we get comfortable. We want to talk to somebody. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But how about go to God first, and then maybe you'll be able to, chat with someone. Because the truth of the matter is, like, people love you, they care about you, but they don't know your direct plan and path for your life. That's something that you and God have to discuss. And once you guys discuss that, other people should confirm what you heard from God. You have to hear from God first in order to know exactly what you need. Now, emotions, especially us ladies, it is easy, okay? Think about that house that's being poured on, beat on. It's easy for us sometimes to get wrapped up in our emotions, and it's easy for us to feel lower about our self-worth. If you are suffering from a heartbreak or a tragedy in your life, it is so easy to lay into your emotions. It is so easy. But look, ladies, this is what I encourage you to do. Get intentional. Do the work. Do the work. Let me tell you something. I had a catastrophic breakup. My ex-fiance broke it off with me. And, whatever. It doesn't matter who broke it off with who. But the point is that, like, that was something really big. And it hurt. And it was hard. Like, that was something that I went through. But because I had the right foundation, it was easier for me to pick myself back up. Yes, it's still going to hurt. That's normal. But the key is that when you are intentional about building yourself, it helps. And if you sign up and you get the She's Worthy self-worth workbook, you'll be able to learn, like, all throughout the workbook about yourself and how to build. But also, too, you'll be able to I send out emails with the free affirmations. That is something that helps you, affirming yourself in the Lord and knowing who you are. I am the head and not the tail. I am blessed. I am a godly woman. All of those things are going to help build you up. That is critical and that is essential. So you want to make sure that you are doing the work, okay, to build your foundation. All right. So after discussing foundations, now we're going to look at the standard of Daniel, okay? And again, all of these things that I'm talking about in building your self-worth, this can help you in any arena in life. If you are a business person, if you are a professional, whatever you do, you got to have self-worth in order to do it right. You can have all the gifts in the world, but if you don't have a sense of who you are, when tests and trials come, challenges, it's going to be hard to execute and to walk out and be who you were called to be. So now we're going to talk about standards. All right. So with standards, I'll be coming from Daniel 1:8 through 7. Daniel 1:8 through 7, just to start off. So just to give you background to make it a little easier, Daniel and the Hebrew boys, they were all, with the new king, and the king wanted them to eat a certain way. And so Daniel was like, no, I don't really want to do this. I kind of just want to, eat the way I've been eating because it works. And they were like, test me. Like, let's see. And the thing about Daniel is that he has such a high standard. He is not going to sit here and just, I'm just going to do whatever they say because it's okay. No, Daniel's like, it ain't going to work for me. And look, you can test it. And that's the type of standards that we have to have when we go out into the world and people are trying to tell us, no, you should lower what you're doing. Like, you should just follow the crowd. You shouldn't. You have to keep your standards high. A lot of people have always told me, Jasmine, when it comes to you dating someone, I'm just using this as an example, your standards are too high. Oh, well, I'm sorry if they are, but guess what? Somebody is going to meet them at some point because they see oh my gosh, no, your standards aren't high. It matches. You shouldn't be lowering yourself to make others feel good. You should keep your standards in place. And that's exactly what Daniel did. In addition, when Daniel had the opportunity to bow down to the king, to the new statue that was up, and he said, like, no, I'm not going to do this. Guess what? He risked everything, but he said, I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to give up on what I know, and that is I need to be into God. I need to be bowing down to the Lord. I need to be worshiping Him. I'm not sitting here going to do this for this king. What is really great about this is that he's saying, look, I don't care what other people are doing. I don't care how much you compromise, but we're not. And not only are we not going to compromise, we are willing to risk our lives for this because we know that at the end of the day, this is important enough. And that is how you build up your self-worth, because you know the power that you have from within, because you know whose you are. Remember, you got that foundation. And I have to ask you, in your standards, what are you accepting? So Daniel could have easily accepted the food. He could have easily accepted the bowing down, but like he would have missed out on favor. Hello, I'm being honest, that's the great thing. When you have a foundation, when you have standards in place, the favor of God is going to be upon you. There's no doubt about it, because He says it in His word. If you obey me, if you are constantly seeking me, He's always going to bless you with abundance and favor. I don't know about you, but I would rather have favor than sit here and try to please other people. Those people are going to be here today, gone tomorrow. And if you're going to really build your self-worth, you have to stand firm in that and have standards. Guys, I hope that this was helpful to you in building your self-worth. Remember, if you know of somebody that might have wanted to tune into this, you can send it to my YouTube channel. You can type in Jasmine Thomas, self-worth, and I will chat with you guys again on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks. Have a good one.